Is it just me, or does it feel like America is looking away right when it should be paying attention? I mean, just this week, the US has slipped deeper into a darker authoritarian place where the actions of this fascist regime are in danger of being normalized by the very media it seeks to control. Trump has no plan for the economy or prosperity, no investment in roads, trains, healthcare, systems, communications, nothing. His entire plan hinges on the false premise of trickle-down economics, whereby deregulating industry and reducing the tax burden on big business will somehow create more jobs. Except there is no evidence of this. All the outside investment that he boasts of was already in the works. He's just taking credit for it. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't negotiated any tariffs with our international trading partners. He's alienated our allies. Trump is shutting down the Department of Education to allow children to be indoctrinated into a Christian nationalist education controlled by Republican states. He's funding an army of heavy-handed immigration enforcers to abduct people of color from the streets, from their places of work, as they drop their kids off at school. Indiscriminate, masked, unmarked snatching and deportations to foreign prisons. No different to the Nazis sending Jews from Germany to a small industrial town in southern Poland, to a prison that eventually became known as Auschwitz. But America is looking away when it should be paying attention. The news media is looking away. White, wealthy TV executives who haven't a clue about what is happening because it doesn't affect them. Yet. Trump is starting with the immigrants, but soon he will extend his net to the gays and the Jews. He's already banned all Muslims from entering the country, but if you weren't a Muslim, you might not have noticed or even cared. Trump's cabinet and closest advisors are all far-right nationalists with varying agendas that all circle around cruelty and racism. That's all they've got. And the huge egos and epic insecurities mean they're all trying to outdo each other on who can be the most evil. I mean, today, Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence, who's been quiet for a few weeks, has come out calling for Barack Obama and former senior U.S. national security officials to be prosecuted after accusing them of a treasonous conspiracy intended to show that Donald Trump's 2016 presidential election win was due to Russian interference. Gabbard is a former Democratic member of Congress and says she was passing documents supporting her case to the Justice Department, the same Justice Department that covered up Russian interference in the 2016 election when Trump was president the first time. And if the madness couldn't get any more surreal, today Donald Trump sued Rupert Murdoch and 2 Wall Street Journal newspaper reporters for libel and slander over the journal's reporting of a 50th birthday greeting that Trump allegedly sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003. That included a sexually suggestive drawing and reference to secrets that they both shared. The lawsuit seeks at least $10 billion in damages. Trump, suing the man that grew his brand, repeated his conspiracies, and helped him win the election. That's how batshit crazy he is. Public perception is everything. It's worth way more than a quid pro quo, let alone a friendship with Rupert Murdoch. And then Trump said this morning that he was thrilled by the news that CBS is cancelling the decades-running Late Show with Stephen Colbert. He said, "I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next, has even less talent than Colbert." This comes as no surprise to any of us. Of course Trump was part of the decision to can Colbert. Silencing free speech like this, liberal dissent, it's all part of Project 2025 and this plan to crush popular culture. He already did it with the Kennedy Center. And now the pressure is on the networks, and they fold like a cheap suit. Of course, the CBS decision came just days after Stephen Colbert publicly took the parent company Paramount Global to task for settling a $16 million lawsuit with Trump, and they're holding out for the FCC support for their forthcoming merger with Skydance because money clearly is more important than democracy. I just want to interrupt myself for a moment to ask you to support me and independent journalism by becoming an exclusive member of this YouTube channel to receive members-only content, early access to most of my videos, regular live-streamed Q&As with me, and much more. It costs just $3 a month for membership, which goes towards helping me grow the channel and create factual, accurate news commentary for those who need it the most. Right now, the failures of corporate-owned media has made finding authentic news coverage in the US difficult. There is hope. I'll do my best to put this honest analysis out every day, but I really need your help to do that. Simply click Join directly below, or click the Join link in the description to join the 5 Minute News YouTube channel. If you already have a Patreon account and you would like to support me there, please do so at patreon.com/5minutenews. Thank you. Also today, Congress approved a bill to cancel all federal funding for public broadcasting programs, including PBS and NPR, after Wednesday's key decision in the Senate to pass $9 billion in spending cuts, slashing public broadcasting, as well as foreign aid. The PBS president and CEO, Paula Kerger, said that the Senate's approval of the package goes against the will of the American people. Similarly, NPR CEO Catherine Ma said, "Nearly 3 in 4 Americans say they rely on public radio stations for alerts and news for their public safety." Gone. Why? Trump hates to be held accountable. You criticize him, you go. Fired, shuttered, silenced. Also today, the first woman to lead the U.S. Naval Academy is being reassigned, with the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth moving to replace her with a Marine Corps general. The decision marks the first time in nearly the 180-year history of the Academy that a Marine Corps officer has been nominated to take charge. Why? MAGA Republicans are scared of women, because deep down they know that they are smarter and more capable than they are. And of course, in April, he already fired the U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Shoshana Chatfield, who served as the U.S. military representative to the NATO Military Committee. Why? For being female. I'm straight up just saying we should not have women in combat roles, the former Fox News weekend host told a podcaster back in November. It hasn't made us more effective, hasn't made us more lethal, has made fighting more complicated. War fighters. We never heard that phrase until Pete Hegseth showed up. Also today, we heard that the Trump regime has decided to destroy $9.7 million worth of contraceptives rather than send them to women abroad in need. You see the pattern? Women, migrants, the poor, black and brown people, the marginalized, the compromised, all on the table for eradication under this regime. Now, feel free to look away. It is easier. But for those sticking around, it's time to stand up to all of this with your voice, with your protest, and with your vote. I'm Anthony Davis. You can find me on the 5 Minute News YouTube channel and podcast, on Wednesdays co-hosting Uncovered, and on Sunday on The Weekend Show with Midas Touch.